Ang sabi nila, pag-resume daw ng Congress, you will tackle the impeachment as another priority of this House. Ang alam naman ho namin, meron diyang restraining order ang Supreme Court. So para daw nag-aaway naman ngayon, Congress at Supreme Court. Could you explain it to us?
Yes, actually, na-status quo ante order ang Supreme Court. But it looks like the Committee on Justice chose to continue with the at least the deliberations, no? That was the last thing that happened. But I think, you know, conveniently by some work of fate, naging focus namin ang budget. So yung work sa justice and all the committees stopped. Kaya ang priority at that time was to focus on the budget. So even with the status quo ante, I think because of circumstances, hindi na natackle ng Committee on Justice ang impeachment. Pero ang naging problema manggod dire is it's the Supreme Court already asking the Committee on Justice or the House of Representatives na status quo usata. Anyway, ito naman hindi pa ito yung decision. Murag, let's maintain the status quo because we don't want, if I was the Supreme Court's telling the House, status quo usata, kay wala pa may nagdesisyon kung sakto ba na ang duha ka impeachment complaints na ginatakel ninyo is not violative of the Constitution. Kay naaman na sa atong Constitution na only one impeachment proceeding in a span of 1 year.
1 year.
Diba? May 1-year ban yan eh. Ang nahitabo manggod karon, nag-file si Bello, nag-file si Ontiveros. Each of them filed their own complaint. It was filed at the same time, kunuhay, and then at the same time referred to the Committee on Justice. And now consolidated into one complaint.
Okay.
Siyempre, ang issue, are they 2 complaints or 1 complaint? Now, sabi ng Supreme Court, give us time to study. Pag-aralan muna natin ito. In the meantime, don't proceed. Because if you proceed, no, and then we decide otherwise, and our decision will be against you, then mahirap na, nakadamage ka na dito sa respondent. So, stop muna kayo ng impeachment proceedings while we're discussing this, and we'll decide on whether or not you can tackle the 2 complaints, consolidate it into one, or we'll just tackle 1 complaint.
So sa November po, pagbalik nyo sa Kongreso, pwede nyo nang pag-usapan ng impeachment?
Well, yeah, ideally speaking, yes. But I think time is on our side, no? Like the circumstances presented itself na we're now on break, so no work sa Committee on Justice.
Kung hindi pa ho tapos ang Supreme Court, wala pa silang ruling kung
Dito
tama
na,
ba?
medyo
may kakaproblema tayo dyan.
doon na tayo magkakaroon siguro ng problema.
When you say there is a constitutional crisis, ano ba ang circumstances niya? Ano bang
The
mangyayari?
circumstances is, hindi natin alam sinong paniniwalaan natin. Sino bang mas lamang dito? Sino bang who has walang hierarchy yan eh. Co-equal yan eh. Legislative and judiciary. Pantayan silang dalawa. Now, if one does something against the other, or nag-order ng judiciary, pananglitan direct, nag-order ng judiciary na status quo, and then the legislative will continue on with its work. Sinong paniniwalaan? Sinong mas mabigat? Sinong
masusunod?
Sinong masusunod? Mo na ang problema diha. That is the constitutional crisis because the Constitution does not provide for that. Diba? Kung kinsa ang dapat masunod ani. And then, ang kawawa dito, katong respondent. Hindi niya alam kung sino ba. But the judiciary kasi, you know, it exercises judicial review. It tackles questions on Constitution, on the issues on Constitution. It's supposed to declare or make its decision on these constitutional matters and issues. But if the Supreme Court makes a decision, tapos hindi naman pakikinggan, then parang baliwala ang Supreme Court natin.
Yun ang epekto.
Yun ang epekto. But again, the circumstances present itself in a way that it might not get to that, no? Kaya nag-oral arguments na, nagkaroon na ng hearing on October 5, ang Supreme Court, then I believe they will, it will be submitted. They ask the parties to submit their memoranda and considered submitted for decision yan and resolution on October 27. And then Congress comes back on November 8. So para malikayan nato ning constitutional crisis, the Supreme Court has to make a decision before November 8. Of course, we cannot impose that on the Supreme Court. Ang ako lang din it's a status quo ante order. It's not a decision. And anyway, we will always seek guidance from the Supreme Court in the interpretation of the Constitution. It's not that the Supreme Court transgressed or tinapakan ang powers ng legislature. They're just doing their sworn duty, their mandate, which is to interpret the laws and to interpret the Constitution. So, anyway, the House naman should really listen kung unsa may decision sa Supreme Court. Because do we handle two complaints or one complaint? One complaint una, o yung second bawal na, or pwede i-consolidate? Diba? So, dependent pa rin ang House kung unsa ang decision or kung unsa man ang findings ng Supreme Court regarding that constitutional issue.
Mainit na usapan natin, pero hihinto muna tayo sandali, Congressman. May mga reminder na papasok. Babalik ko kagad kami.
Kalambuan, Dalatmanan.
Maayong adlaw. Aniya na pod ang programa ninyo, ang Tatak K. Ubay-ubay na ang ihap sa atong mga higala dinhi sa unang distrito ang nakabaton og bag-ong kahibalo. Usa na niini ang pundok sa out-of-school youth nato sa Barangay 37-D nga mitapos sa usa ka semanang ornamental arc welding training pinaagi sa atong opisina.
Pinalipay ng dako, nakahatag ng trabaho, kapadaghatan sa atong mga kaigsunan dinhi sa atong distrito, pinagian ng atong welding.
Akong gipasalamatan og dako nga nakagraduate ko ani nga training si Congressman Attorney Carlo Nogales.
Makakuha ka na kong trabaho ani. Kaya mas dako mo ning tabang. Hindi napangita mo liguro sa pagtrabaho gud.
Kita naglaom nga makahatag og katumanan sa mga pangandoy hilabi na sa mga nagkinihanlang. Maunang magpadayon ang among pag-alagad kaninyo, kini ang inyong higala, Congressman Carlo Nograles para sa Tatak K.
Kalambuan, Dalatmanan.
Okay, balik ta sa Kalambuan, Dalatan. Congressman, bago tayo nag-break, nag-uusap tayo tungkol dyan sa problema na constitutional crisis dahil sa hindi natin pag-uyon sa Supreme Court. May isa lang ako naiwan tanong tungkol dyan bago ako lumipat. Yung tungkol sa away naman, kung pwedeng tawaging awayan ni Presidente Aquino at ng Supreme Court dahil nga daw doon sa ruling ng Supreme Court na revoke daw yung Executive Order number 2 tungkol sa midnight appointees. Nagsalita ho kayo tungkol dyan.
Again, it's not a revocation, it's a status quo ante order, diba? So again, status quo, maintain muna tayo ng status quo until we resolve the issues. Ang para sa akin, yung katong criticism na gihatag sa atong presidente.
Sinabi po niya, napipigil daw ang pagreforma niya ng gobyerno dahil doon sa order ng Supreme Court.
Well, it's not a permanent pagpigil. It's just telling him na status quo muna natin before we decide and let us decide. So it's the same situation as in the House. Para sa akin lang naman kasi dito, let's respect the Supreme Court. No? Siyempre, when the President says something, it's a message to all Filipinos. It sends the wrong signals. Mura og may tabo ani kung ang presidente man gani dili mo sunod sa Supreme Court, mao na ang signal ha. I'm not saying that that's what he meant, but kung ang presidente man gani dili mo sunod sa Supreme Court, base mga tao, ana po na may tabo. Diba? Mao lang na atong ginilikayan. But I think already the president through his spokesperson, I think Secretary Canandang has already issued a statement that they will, I think, follow the Supreme Court. They're just questioning prudence. I don't know what that means.
But do you think the problem is compounded by the fact that Chief Justice Ronate Corona has been made controversial because he was appointed by former President Gloria Arroyo?
Yeah, but we have to respect the institution, not the persons, diba? not necessarily, you don't necessarily like the person, but the institution as a Supreme Court. And it's not Corona, Chief Justice Corona, who's making the decisions. You have to understand, 15 yan. Diba? 15 justices of the Supreme Court, and they make the decisions. So, they represent the institution, which is the Supreme Court. So, regardless, bisan ang Chief Justice, doesn't vote unless breaks a tie, di ba? So, it's still the institution that we have to respect. Otherwise, magkaroon tayo ng chaos. Mawala na ang akong say on that.
Iwanan na ho muna natin yung Supreme Court na controversy. Let's go now to reproductive health. Ito medyo mainit na issue dito sa Davao. Meron na nga ho tayong reproductive health ordinance. Ngayon, nasa Kongreso na yan. Pero ang nabasa namin sa balita, nagsalita ho kayo, ang sabi nyo, this is a waste of time.
Well, we don't need legislation for that. Nakita naman nato, the Department of Health is already using their budget to purchase condoms, to purchase pills, diba? So, these things are already being conducted without legislation. So, what's the use of legislation? It will only divide the country. It's a very controversial issue, a very hot issue, and it will only encourage divisiveness among congressmen and divisiveness among our national and local leaders. So, what's the need for legislation? Kung ginagawa naman yan, no? Ginabuhat naman na sa atong executive department. The Department of Health is already doing as they please. Kana lamang, if you put it under legislation, mura og you will now create a permanent budget for that. Diba?
At saka yung susunod yata na presidente, kailangan sundin din
yes.
yan. No?
So, it hindi na mausab ang palisiya. After this administration, then you need another law to repeal that law if in case we pass this into law, kining reproductive health bill. So, we know na depending on the administration that sits, they have different policies when it comes to reproductive health.
So, yun ang punto nyo.
Yes, and then we spend so much money on reproductive health. Pinag-awayan na nga natin ang budget, nagamay lang kayong budget na moadto diha sa edukasyon, moadto sa health services, moadto sa infrastruktura. Unya, kining maghimo pa tagbalaod na permanently murag ma-freeze ang budget nato and it will be used solely on kining pag-purchase nato og mga condom o kining pag-purchase nato og kining mga pills, anti-pregnancy pills. And then there is also a moral issue that enters in a moral dimension that enters into this. So mura og kung atong isulod kini nagikan pa ta sa election, nagikan pa ta sa very divisive issues, and then compounded with more divisive issues, and we talk about this na dili naman kinihanlan kay na may ginabuhat ang executive with or without the law. So nganong hisbutan pa man nato kini?
Congressman, liwanagin ko lang para doon sa medyo nalilito pa dito. Ang sinasabi natin dito, when you make a reproductive health law, lalagyan niya ng budget.
Yes.
At
Automatic.
the same time, meron naman palang budget na hiningi ang palasyo na meron ng budget para dun sa paggagamitan yung ang condom at saka contraceptive. Kaya yung sinasabi na nagagalit ngayon ng simbahan. So, ano ba ang tingin nyo dyan yung away na naman ng simbahan at saka ng Malacanang?
Well, the church has to say, to give its peace. Sila ang moral shepherds natin. If they feel very strongly against something, then they have every right to speak. They have every right to use their influence as with anybody else in this country, di ba? Freedom of expression, freedom of speech. Pero maulagi ka na, it's creating a lot of infighting. It's creating a lot of fighting that we don't need in this country. So para kanako, nganong kinihanlan pa man nato hisgutan kini na ginabuhat naman sa executive. That's just my point here. So wag na lang, status quo ante na lang tayo dito.
So ang sinasuggest nyo sa lahat, wag na natin tong pag-awayan. Kung programa to ni Presidente Aquino, di may budget naman siya, gawin na lang niya. Wag na isali ang Kongreso.
And you have to remember, gikan pud kini sa presidente, directive ito ng presidente. Ang directive niya sa mga congressmen sa Kongreso, do not make a law if that needs appropriation of public money when you have no source for it. In other words, nandito na tayo sa fiscal and tight spending na mag-save tayo ng pera. So, ang kanyang orders, kung maghimo daw mi og balaod, make sure na naatay mapagkuhaan